All right, good morning. Thanks for joining us, Tim. We've got Tim here from Lids4Kids. Tim's the founder and national director of the volunteer project. So we were just wondering, what is Lids4Kids in its entirety?
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot for having us, Julian. Yeah, basically Lids4Kids is a project that we started here in Canberra just to rescue plastic lids from landfill. One thing that we didn't know, even as grown-ups, was that all of the plastic milk bottles, water bottles and soft drink bottles that get recycled here, you actually have to take the lids off because they're a different type of plastic. But what we didn't know was that unfortunately anything smaller than a credit card can't be recycled. So even though it has the recycle triangle and it is made out of a recycled material, the recycling machines that they have here in Canberra and indeed all over Australia, they just can't cope with small plastics, small metals. So all of this stuff, if you put it in your yellow lid bin, it makes it through to the recycling centre, it goes down the conveyor belt, but it literally falls through the cracks and it doesn't get captured. So what we did was we started the project to rescue these lids and then turn them into recyclable and sustainable products to benefit kids.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And so you've learned a lot since the project started. It started with milk cartons,
Yep.
but there's lots of other things that you've found as well that you can recycle.
Yeah. So
like the yogurt tops was another?
That's right. Yeah. So what we were doing, we were just collecting the bottles and cans, part of our charity rally team. So a lot of the kids, if they're collecting bottles and cans from soft drink and their parents' alcohol containers, collect all of those lids. But because it's any item smaller than a credit card, it's also all your bread tags from home. Any of your younger kids that are eating out of those squeezy pouch yogurt containers, so that little thing that looks like a cool Smurf house, you unscrew that, we take those. As I said, any metal lid, wine cap, the ring pull off an aluminium can, we take. All of the bread tags, and this is a big one because we've already collected over a metric ton of bread tags here in Canberra. And then also household batteries. And the big one that we've added in the last couple of months is blister packs. So all of those little packs that you get in your medicine that are half plastic, half foil, that can't be recycled, we can take those now as well. But it's all of those clean, dry items from Coles and Woolworths that as you're going up and down the aisle, if it's not big like a bottle or a cardboard box and it's small, we'll take it.
Wow, that sounds fantastic. So what can we do to contribute? So we're going to start to get our students to bring some of this stuff in.
Yeah, well, I think the most exciting thing I heard before your assembly today was that you've got Waste-Free Wednesday. So this ties in perfectly with that. So what we'd love all the students and families to do here at Franklin is just rescue all this stuff from home. The most important thing you can do though is with the milk lids, you'll find that they have a white foam insert. You've really got to peel that out first and rinse the lids. You don't need to wash them. You don't need to necessarily get a hot soapy bath and scrub them all. All you literally have to do is when you're finished with the bottle, just rinse it out, make sure there's no residue in it. But collect those, and we don't mind, don't go off and buy a brand new pack of Ziploc bags. Don't go buy new plastic to rescue old plastic. Just get an old tissue box, even an old ice cream container. Put all of those in from home, and then on a Waste-Free Wednesday, get the kids to bring them in, fill them into the bucket that you'll have in each classroom. And then once the school has got, say, a whole tub full, if you guys could then colour sort those and sort them out into metal and bread clips and things like that. But the most important thing is we want each child at the school to be a waste warrior. So just prevent this stuff from going into landfill by don't put it in the red lid bin, don't put it in the yellow lid bin, keep it separate, bring it into school, and then you guys will get it to Lids4Kids and then we'll turn it into some cool stuff. Everything that we get gets shredded into these tiny little, they're about the size of a grain of rice, little granules or flakes, and then we're giving those to ANU. And the engineering students at ANU, and then as part of their curriculum, are turning that into different sustainable products to benefit kids. So whether it's playground equipment, school supplies like rulers and protractors, or tables and chairs, picture frames, things like that. And then all the lids that we can't use, we'll be having a bit of a dad project. We turn in those into skateboards. Some of the lids we can't use though, and this is particularly for parents and teachers that are watching, Any fruit juice, cordial, vitamin or medicine lids, the ones that have those non-removable rubber inserts in the side, we can't shred those or melt them, but they're really good for art and craft. And so particularly a lot of stuff for the fine motor skills development of young kids and colour sorting.
Yep.
But the cool thing is once you're finished with doing art and craft, just pick a massive wall at the school that's looking a little bit bland, and we've had a lot of schools do massive 6 by 10 metre murals out of those lids on there as well. So yeah, it's kind of limitless, but one of the cool little things you can be doing quite simply, you know, you can make these sort of coasters at home, but we want it to turn into a product that's not simply another little plastic gimmicky toy. We want it to be something functional.
Sure.
That's not single use.
Yeah. Wow, so like you said, it's limitless.
Yeah. It's like anything that can be made out of plastic or wood right now, we can replicate with plastic. But the most important thing, I guess, is you've got to sort this stuff at home. And we can do very well to sort it and recycle it. But the biggest thing we can do to rid the world, I guess, of this useless plastic waste, which ends up in the oceans by the tons and tons of it, is just don't buy it in the first place. Like, we get 20,000 water bottle lids every week here in Canberra, and we have the best water in the world. So why are we buying bottled water? Just try and avoid purchasing it in the first place. And if it is unavoidable, because I'm pretty sure most kids like having milk on their cereal, tap water doesn't go down that well. So just make sure you rinse them and bring them in, and we'll give them a second life.
Wow, such an important message. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, thank you.
So if we want to know more about Lids4Kids, is there somewhere that we can look?
Yeah. So depending on, I'd say for the grown-ups, check out Facebook. So just simply Google Lids4Kids with the number 4 in it. But for the kids, I guess you can check out Instagram. We've got all the socials. There's Twitter, there's Pinterest, Facebook. We don't have TikTok yet, kids, but we're working on it. So if one of you kids here at Franklin wants to do a little TikTok video of them rescuing, we'd be happy to do that as well. But YouTube, actually, for the grown-ups, because I know this is a lot hard to remember, we're on YouTube as Lids4Kids. So all of the videos on there about what we take, how to wash, how to dry, what we do with them, it's all on YouTube.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thanks very much, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Cool. Thanks for everything.